Okay, today we got a A4AF3. If you want to know what it is, right back here on this portion, it will be embossed on there what training you have. I will tell you this, these units have two pretty common, well actually three pretty common problems. One is battery acid getting down on here, eating this connector up. The biggest one is this bearing back here in the back will blow up. And the second biggest one is this bushing in this drum that's in the front that rides on the stator will get worn, and it'll allow it to wobble and it'll eat up the stator and the drum. This unit came to us from another shop that built this about 3 years ago, they say, and it's out of warranty technically, but the customer has been complaining. They say they can't get it to do anything wrong. We've driven it a couple times, well actually more than a couple times. We've driven it extensively and couldn't get it to do it. Had the customer come drive it with the tech, and he drives like a bat out of hell. And if you come to a screeching halt, it's got this goofy downshift to it that almost make you think it's low on fluid. So the first thing I had them do was to pull the pan to see if maybe it has the wrong filter on it. There's a bunch of different filters for these units, so you need to hang on to your old filter and make damn sure the slot is the same, the angle of it's the same, everything's the same, because if you put the wrong filter on it, it's going to act like it's low on fluid. Making that story shorter, there's a bunch of metal in the pan, and it looks like it's probably from the back here, but anytime I get a unit from anywhere else and looking at this thing, it looks, my God, it looks like it's been in there for 50 years. We're going to go take this all the way down. Not leave anything to chance. 14 millimeter on the nut. $14mm on the band adjustment. $10mm on the neutral switch, and these speed sensors, you do need to pay attention to which speed sensor is where, because if you put them in the wrong spot, it's not going to work properly. Also, it's not as common on these units here as it was on the earlier ones, but you can cross connect the connector for the neutral, the speed sensors, and what was the other connector? Might have been for the neutral switch when it was up here. No, it wasn't a neutral switch. What was it? There was another connector that was the same, and you could cross connect them, and it would start up and partially drive, but it wouldn't shift properly. And 10mm on our speed sensor. Now I don't know if we're gonna be able to rebuild this thing totally. Probably not. I don't know, it depends on what we're gonna find. The shop is willing to help the customer out to a point, but technically it is out of warranty. It's not uncommon for this to be kind of seized up in there, so we'll see when we get the cover off if we can finagle this thing out. 12 millimeters on the outside out here. Millimeters on the axle housing. $14 on the mount bracket. $17 on that one. $12 on the diff cover. Yes. Okay, let's see if we can get this out of there without breaking it. $17 on the bracket that holds the bearing in. Well, somebody really put that on there. See if we can get our cover off now. Shim, and our diff will come out. Check your bearings, check your spider gears. Alright, there's a couple spots around here where you can get on that cover. Check up in here where the sealing ring goes. Make sure it's not eat up. Make sure this bearing's okay. Right here is a bearing that likes to blow up, and it looks like it has. The needle bearings are gone. Here's the race and the other race. So that's one problem. Looks like we can get by with bearings and races here. This is pretty chewed up. It's not going to fly. I think our hub will be fine, but bearings and races and this shaft is no good. Looks like our transfer gear, yep, it's got chunks missing out of it. So both transfer gears are going to be bad. $12mm on the pump. Alright, this has got a bearing, not a bushing, so that helps. That's the updated style. So we didn't have to worry about that eating up unless this bearing goes bad. $10mm on our pump. Check ball in here, so pay attention to that. Pay attention to which way your pump gears went in. Seal faces up and the dot on the inner gear, and the dot faces up on the outer gear. And this is pretty decent looking. There is an O-ring down inside the stator. You do have to be super careful. You need to press that out enough just to get to the O-ring, change it, and press it right back in. Let's check out our clutches. Little discolored, but not too bad at all. Let's check out this one. Here's this washer and a washer on the pump are very similar, so be sure you keep the one that came on the pump with the pump and the one that came on here with the drum. A little discolored, not too bad at all. Keep this race with this hub. Pay close attention to your splines in your drum here. Also pay close attention to the splines here where the shaft goes into it. Band still looks pretty decent. Alright, snap ring has to be Well, no, not this one. There is one that has a speed sensor up here. You have to be careful that you don't put the snap ring in the speed sensor hole. Alright, probably gonna have to pull our valve body off first. See if we can get this to sit up in such a way that we can see with the camera. Yeah, 10 millimeters. You can see the metal that was in the pan. Keep your filter bolts separated. And this is what I'm talking about as far as the shape of the filter, where this slot is. Sometimes it's up here, sometimes it's over here. You just need to make damn sure that the filter is what came off of it. Now, I have no way of knowing if this was the style that it took. I'm going to order one from the dealer just to be on the safe side. Take all the 10 millimeters out. Temp sensor. Alright. Pull the clip off for your connector. And one more. Did I miss one? No, don't think so. There we go. Okay. Everything looks okay there. Sprag is no good. It's falling apart. Check your bearing down inside your planet. Bearing out here. Check your splines here. Check all the teeth on your planet. Make sure not a bunch of wobble, not too much up and down movement. Okay, let's go ahead and pull our sprag out, because we need to check the surface in there. May not be able to just put a sprag in it. 40 torques. Okay, I think as bad as that looks, this will still be okay. I think they'll both be okay. So our clutches here. Alright, so the only thing left in there is the ring gear. I'm going to go ahead and leave that. We got a servo in here. I'm going to leave that for right now until I find out what they're going to do. Snap ring cover comes off, snap ring in the servo, and a spring comes out, and a little sleeve that goes over it. So we'll see what they're going to do here, and if we get the rebuild on it, we'll be back for that.